I'm Brian, or Brainy2O on the Discord. This is my prototype. Here's the terrain that I'm trying to spawn the stuff on. When I hit play, you can see the markers randomly located along the X850. I guess it's just the Y that's randomly figured out or whatever. I don't know. The marker is randomly spawned via the level blueprint. The marker then spawns 50 treasures within a set radius, unless you get these ones, which are set at 0, 0. The Z is -75 because I force set that after the whole thing is done, just before it spawns. That way they go into the ground a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the marker spawns perfectly every time, rotates and all that stuff that I figured out how to do, and it looks perfect. And most of these are fine too, most of these treasures except that one. I have tried to put it on here. All the marker, or all the treasures, including the marker, I guess, spawn at a Z of 200, and then line trace down. Or I guess the line trace starts at a Z of 200 and then goes down. And then the -75 on the Z, and then spawn the treasure there. If I put this flat thing in the way at Z150 and hit go on it, all of these spawn. None of them spawn at 0, 0. Well, you can't really see. Yeah, like there's none here, which means they're all spawning here. And I set up a little warning thing, so if we look here, there's no massive blobs of dashes, so there's no warnings. None of them spawned at 0, 0, whatever. If I get this out of the way, I can show you the warning thing I set up. If I hit play, you can see right here, there's a bunch of dashes. Right here, warning treasure 39, it's actually treasure whatever that spawned at 0, 0. You can see here the chords that it was given, that the trace was given to start with, did show up. They are like actually there, but the updated chords from the trace and all that stuff is all 0. No idea why. It only happens on the terrain, any uneven terrain. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 that didn't spawn correctly this time, but if I hit go again, it's completely random. There's 2 this time. One more time. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that didn't spawn correctly. I have no idea what causes it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that it. I just don't know. The treasures don't have physics, so they don't fall or anything else like that, or don't have physics enabled. The level blueprint picks a random spot on the Y. X and Z are set for it. 200 for the start, -500 for the end on the trace. Impact point transforms or rotates it or whatever to look nice on the terrain, and then spawns the marker. The marker then goes here, runs through. It sets the world location and radius, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, of the marker. So it gets the marker's position, blah blah blah. Sets. Well, yeah, it does all that. For loop, treasure count set to 50, so it spawns 50 of the treasures. I do this whole set thing so it doesn't have to run through this whole process every time for every treasure. So then it takes what it sets up here, randomizes it within that range that is set here, makes a vector Z200, makes a vector -500, or Z -500, -500 for the end, 200 for the start, line trace, break the hit, -75 on the Z to put the treasure in the ground, or impact point, not break hit, sorry, and then spawns the actor treasure after outputting all of my debugging stuff, because I don't know. That's just my little warning, so if the X and Y are 0 and the Z is -75, then it prints out the warning. Otherwise, it just goes through and prints out all the regular locations and stuff. But yeah, there's the marker blueprint. There's the level blueprint. And there's the level that, I don't know. I don't know. If any of you can help me, that would be great, because I've been working on this for a day and a half, and I cannot get them to spawn correctly every time. And I don't know. Thank you.